Hey, folks, this is Brian Blessing. Hope you're enjoying the Hockey Betting Podcast. We have a couple chuckles, try to get you a lot of winners. If you like what you're hearing, hit the subscribe button, give us a review, give us a rating. Most importantly, enjoy the hockey and keep coming back to the Hockey Betting Podcast.
You're listening to the Hockey Betting Podcast, presented by BetcrisCanada.net. This is the Hockey Betting Preview for Monday, March 9th, and Tuesday, March 10th, 2020. And now, live from Las Vegas, the host of the Hockey Betting Podcast, Brian Blessing.
All right, folks, here we go. Another edition of the Hockey Betting Podcast, starting a brand new week. Brian Blessing and Cam Stewart. And we've got Monday, Tuesday for you. We're going to dive in. Cam, I will say this, my good friend. You know, it's all about what have you done for me lately. So today starts a new day. But, boy, buddy, I'm telling you, knock on wood, things have, since we started doing this, you know, I mean, I don't know, we get a cookie or something, but we've been knocking it out. I'm telling you, Friday night, we were very leery of Vegas at Winnipeg and said if they win that one, you know, you come back with 2 fists for them at Calgary. The thing we've been telling people, the sneakiest dead over team in the NHL, and it ain't even close, is Minnesota.
For sure.
And those 2 games, they scored 10 and 9 goals over the weekend in California. So, you know, knock on wood. In the matinee games, high scoring, Washington, Pittsburgh. It's amazing. I mean, a lot of the stuff is kicking in.
Yeah, no, you're right, Brian. Only a couple things, too, from perfection. Like, I had that over in that Carolina game with Forsberg, and it was 3-2. We just missed that by the hook. On Sunday, swept the board at Vegas and the over and all those other things. But I was wrong on the one team that I did like the over was Columbus and Vancouver, and they played to the under, but Minnesota to the over, and all the other things went pretty good. So more winners and losers this side. And I know you're a smarter man than me, Brian. You probably play a lot less games and do smarter things. Sometimes I get a little bit too crazy.
Well, we'll give Columbus a lot of credit because the one thing that we had talked about, we'd identified how many times does a team play Saturday night in Edmonton and go to Vancouver?
Exactly.
And that was like a black hole. And Vancouver was just whipsawing teams. In fact, I think the one game actually was Vancouver playing at Edmonton and them coming home to play somebody and they got killed. But Columbus did it in one. But I think Vancouver's sketchy at the moment, man.
They sure are. Vancouver's just and they're rushing Brock Besser, I think, to come back, too. They say he's ahead of schedule. I have a feeling that's more like let's save the season type of stuff they have going on there. It wasn't even Demko's fault. They're just having problems scoring goals now. He's actually playing a little bit better. But we move forward, Brian. We'll see what happens today. And you talk about overs and the Washington Capitals. That's one team, man. They love overs.
Well, before we start, I'll just throw this out. I'm doing another hockey watch party tonight. If you're in town listening to this, we're out at Sunset Station in the showroom at Club Madrid.
Nice.
Friday night we did one, and all of a sudden, guy walks up and he looks and he says, "Hi, Brian." I go, "Yeah." He goes, "I'm Drew," and I go, "Oh, Drew, yeah, on Twitter." And he listens to the.
Drew Thrasher, yeah.
And he looks at me. He looks at me and he goes, "Parlay, parlay, parlay, parlay." I'm like, oh, God.
Hey, listen.
What have we gotten ourselves into? Nice guy. It was nice to meet him. And so, yeah, if you're in town, come on by to that. But
that's cool.
But then we got another people on Twitter going, "Hey, I missed your pick on the Vancouver game. What do you like?" And I'm like, I listen to the podcast.
People do that all the time. No, I used to drive Brian.
Wait a second. We're doing this for a reason.
Yeah, exactly. It drives me and Gabe nuts. Like when we're doing our show, it's like we just gave you like 27 picks. Like you might want to tune into the show. Oh, okay. And then we're on Twitter all day. Hey, what about that one with the Paul? It's like, shut up. Like, come on, guys.
Don't get me wrong. We love you. We're glad you're listening.
But come on, guys. Like,
if you know, producer Mike would kill us.
Yes, that's a good point. But no, that was cool. Drew actually tweeted back, and I said, take Vegas. He goes, are you guys really doubling up on Vegas against Calgary? It's like, yeah, we got to. And things got interesting, Brian. 3-0 to 3-3, but they got it done late. What a crazy roller coaster game that was.
Hey, how about this one? I'll throw this out there. Friday night, we're doing this hockey party, and a few people get in there early before the game. And I go, I don't think it's their night tonight. And they're like, what? I go, no, I don't think it's their night. You know what? The Jets reverse puck line plus $3.
Oh, God. Is that what you played?
Yeah.
Hey, buddy, you know what? You don't have to be embarrassed about that stuff. Think about this. If I bet against the Leafs, let's just say I wouldn't be living in a crack house. I'd be living. People are like, "Hey, Cam, you're going to fix up your house?" I go, yeah, if I stop betting on these losers, I would. But
no, my plus $3. The Jets at home minus a goal and a half, plus $3 in a game they desperately needed. It was a horrible spot for Vegas.
It was, and we talked about it. Even if Vegas were to win that game, that was going to be come back against them. It's just one of those things. Once you go on the road, it's hard to maintain, that type of streak. And you said it, Brian. Winnipeg, they played a great game. They were hungry. And I'll tell you something. This is interesting, right? We got Leonard winning against Calgary, but the fact that Calgary scored all those goals, I know Fleury's obviously. I'm not stupid. Fleury's obviously their starter. I'm just saying they have two.
Let me tell you something, bud. Even on the broadcast, they're broaching the subject, and people around here saying, and this is going to become a thing. And, Fleury has got to be feeling the pressure of Leonard here. Now, Fleury loses a game to Winnipeg. He's back on the beam. Let's start with this game because, by the way, this is for first place in the Pacific. Edmonton's 2 points behind, but if they win, they've got the tiebreaker who move back into first place. And you're sitting here, Edmonton 20 cents, 25 cents at home. The total on the game is 6. Well, Koskinen stood on his head the other night. I like this game to go over.
Yeah, I'm going to actually going to defer to you on this one because my sides have been better. Once in a while, you know what? I'm not sure about the total of this game because Vegas, I know they played that over before the 4-0 game against Winnipeg. I don't know, Brian. Look at Edmonton too. What did they play? And they haven't been necessarily total over machines. Actually, the Columbus game, they've been playing all unders, and Edmonton beat them 4-1. So, but
that game, I bet the over in that game. That was my one crushing loss.
Yeah, I had that too.
But it was 4-1.
I know.
But Koskinen was the number one star in the game. Columbus could have scored 5 goals in that game.
Oh, another one? We had our favorite play from the other. I know we had more winners, but that Calgary-Arizona game, I'm still pissed off about it. That cost me a huge parlay, and I mean huge. We had a really good thing going that night, and it was 3-2. The whole you can't score. Brian, when that game ended 3-2, and we had 5.5 over, I was pissed. I don't get mad about certain things, but that game should have gone way over that Calgary-Arizona game. But we move forward.
Well, the Butcher ain't getting a call tonight.
No. Are we going to eat a salad for a change? Oh man,
we're eating a salad because I'll tell you right now, Washington's at Buffalo. Washington's laying $1.65. 6.5 is the total. The one thing I'm going to say here, rust could be a thing, but Ullmark is back tonight. He hasn't played in forever, but we know how sketchy Buffalo's goaltending's been. I think this game is under 6.5. I go on the premise that Ullmark comes back and plays a good game. Buffalo is ridiculous offensively challenged. I like the game to go under the total.
Yeah, I wouldn't be betting the over. I'm not calling the Butcher either. I don't know. Washington plays games to the over, but I don't even know what to think about a side in this game. I want to take Washington. They've been very they're a weird team. Washington. They look good and then they look bad. They look good and then they look bad. But I don't know. Buffalo at home, are they going to show up? Who knows? I'm probably going to pass on this game. But you really like the under? You like the under 6.5?
And Washington's on a 4-game overheater. They're scoring goals in bunches. But I'm going to say Ullmark plays well in this, and I think Buffalo will struggle. The other one, how about this? It opened 6. It's down to 5.5. I'm telling you, Cam, watch out for Arizona. Kemper back. And the other night, Hellebuck was amazing for the Jets against the Golden Knights. I like this game under 5.5.
I agree with this one. I don't know where to go on the side in this game. I'm looking at Arizona, but this team has broken my heart too many times when I need them as a side. They were good to us the one game in Vancouver. Other than that, I don't know, Brian. That price on the Jets seems a little bit light to me. Minus 130. I don't know, man. You know what? You're right. Let's just stick with the under. Keep digging. 5.5. I think we're going to, it's the opposite of the Butcher tonight. Instead of salty meats, we got a salad with light dressing. Not really my favorite, Brian, but The doctor did tell me to lose a couple LBs, so I guess we're doing it tonight. The diet starts.
I got 2 games I like under, so that's me from calling the butcher. But I will say a game that could change the fortunes of that. Big mistake. Big. Odds makers don't make many mistakes. Big mistake. Colorado's at L.A. Colorado's $1.35. 5.5's the total. Hutchison's playing. How's this total 5.5?
Because want to know why? Because the last time he played, they won, and he let in 1 goal. That was against Detroit.
Okay, who they play exactly?
Detroit. Yeah, Kings are playing better too.
Sure are.
You know what?
They just put a 7 spot on the Wild.
I like. You know what? Am I crazy betting against Colorado? I guess I am. The LA Kings are making the card tonight, plus 115. I have a lean to the over in this game, but I'm playing the side. Give me the LA Kings. They played well in front of Hutch, though. They want to obviously get him not rattled. When he was in Toronto, he had no defense. Colorado, it's like night and day. This guy is so happy to be in Colorado right now. Instead of dealing with the Leafs defense, he actually has real players there. I like the Kings, though. I think they've been – I don't want to step in front of these guys. We're getting 15 cents. I have a feeling this line will go up, too. People will be seeing the short price with Colorado and going, this is too good to be true. It might be too good to be true. Give me, hello, the Kings at plus 115, sir.
I'll root for you. I will root for you, but I am playing the over. I'm sorry. I watched enough Hutchison games.
Okay.
I mean, just him alone being out there, how's the total not 6? Come on, that's a mistake. That's a bad number.
It's a bad number.
By the way, if I'm not mistaken, Makar is out. So
yes.
that means in their own end,
yes.
Half of the night, when Colorado's got a pickle, Makar's skating it out of there. So now Makar's not there.
I'm just saying, to play devil's advocate, Hutchison played good in that first game against the Red Wings, and the Red Wings actually scored. What did they score? 5 against Tampa Bay. So I'm just telling you, Colorado will tighten up, but I still think the total's too low. Very low.
All right, this one's all yours, pal.
You got to tell me about Vegas Edmonton. That's your backyard, buddy. Or Florida Blues. That's not my game.
No, Vegas Edmonton. I'm going over. Vegas Edmonton. I'm going over.
Do you have an opinion on the side or no?
It's a big game. Big game. Don't forget back-to-back nights for Vegas.
Yeah, and they beat Calgary barely. I want to take Edmonton here.
It's a statement game for Edmonton.
It is. And remember, Edmonton played pretty good in the first period against Vegas. Remember, Brian, when we texted each other?
Oh, they should have been up 5-0.
Remember, I had Edmonton at plus 170. You're like, oh, God, they could be up 5-0. I'm like, yeah, just my luck. It's 0-0, and then they let in a crap one on Koskinen. Remember? That real crap goal. So we're getting older, but we still remember. I think I'm going to take Edmonton in that spot at minus 130. I think it's a good price. As for Florida, St. Louis, here we go. You know what? Florida's been playing games to the under. They're not that necessarily over machine. It's 6, but I don't feel confident in that. You know what? This is the type of game. The Blues just beat the Blackhawks in a rivalry game. Brian, you warned me. You're like, you see me before I could just see you like as my parent giving me the big speech about, be very careful at this party. There might be drugs and alcohol. It's like, don't worry, Dad. I'll be okay. I'll be, you know what I mean? I'm sitting there. I'm like, am I stupid enough to take the Florida Panthers and go vaping? Yes, I think I am. Just smoke a cigarette the old way. Like
I'm not going anywhere
nice
near
old
this.
School Marlboro, a regular cigarette filter. We don't like
for me.
Plus 140. Come on, Blessing. It's a good spot. It's a good spot.
It's fun. Well, you know what I will say to you? The Panthers are a disaster.
They are.
But they're sitting there, and the Leafs don't want it.
I know.
The Leafs have lost 3 in a row, and the Panthers, who literally
they just beat Montreal too, and St. Louis is coming off a rivalry game where they beat Chicago 2-0. I'm just telling you.
Well, no, I'm saying
Panthers will make my card.
I can see Florida's got to at least say, hey, after all this disaster, we're sitting there 3 points back at the Leafs. It's a match race between those two. They're 3 points back with a game in hand. So. Yeah, I'll root for you.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks. I'll root for you. Not a lot of confidence there. So what are we looking at tonight on the card? So you like Sabres, Washington under, Jets, Coyotes under, Florida I'm going to take as my pooch. I'm not going to touch the total, but I kind of lean under there. Edmonton I like. You're staying away. You like the over, and I agree with that. And we like the over in Colorado Kings.
That's my best play.
And hello, your best play is the over in Colorado Kings, and I'm going to take a shot with another pooch with the LA Kings at plus 115.
And Arizona, Winnipeg.
Under, you said.
I can see that game being under.
Yep.
But I'm all in on the Colorado game. That's the one I like.
Okay, buddy. I like them all equally.
All right. That's Mondays in the cookie jar. Thanks to our friends at BetChrisCanada.net. Time to focus on, we love Tuesdays. Lots of hockey, lots of action. Nashville's at Montreal, Cam. Preds laying $1.34 on the road, 5.5 to the over. And this Predators team, 1 minute to the next, I couldn't tell you. They have won 2 in a row. And the West, you know what? Let me ask you this, kid, because you know what's crazy is you sit there and go, oh my God, that last weekend in the NHL, it's got to be great. Look at this. You got Calgary, Minnesota, Vancouver, Nashville, Winnipeg, Arizona. They're all, and then by the time you get there to the last 2 games, it opens up and sorts itself out. You're thinking Sunday you're going to come down to 3 games that are going to be like playoff games. It never works out that way. Somebody will get hot and pull away.
Yeah, usually. But with the point system there, Brian, a lot of these teams, like you got to get that regulation point now. So I think a lot of games, like if you're looking at dogs and you're looking at regulation ties, like think about these things, man. You can't be fooling around. Teams are going to take less chances. You've seen this before. You need to get at least 1 point. That's the way the NHL works. If you get 0, oh God, that could be very, very detrimental. As for this Nashville-Montreal game, I don't know what to think of this game. The Predators, I got to give them a lot of credit. They beat Dallas in back-to-back games, and I took Dallas in the second half of that game, and I was wrong. I'm like, wow, I can't believe they got it done. They look like they're getting their act together. As for Montreal, bad performance in Florida, but they're coming home. I don't know, Brian. To me, I look at Nashville in this spot. Do you think it's a nice price at 35 cents for the Predators?
If I had to, it would probably, I'd just take the plus price. I don't know. I don't trust now. I don't like the game. What am I missing here, bud? I mean,
I know what's going on here. Yes.
Come on. What am I missing?
You're not missing anything. Not missing anything.
Tampa Bay open a quarter. It's down to 15 cents. Tampa Bay, 15 cents at Toronto. Total is 6.5 to the over. And the Leafs, just when you think they're dead, they keep coming. But it's the first game home from a Western road swing, and you're getting Tampa laying 15 cents? I like Tampa.
That's the thing. The Leafs were good to me in that spot against Pittsburgh, but I can't bet them in this game. I don't know how you feel about the total. Every time these teams get together, it's usually 5-4. It's Tampa.
Last game was 4-3, February 25th.
Yeah, it'll still go over the number, even at 6.5. I lean Tampa. I can't take Toronto anymore. This team has ruined me financially, emotionally. I'm drained, and I'm sick and tired of supporting them. Go light. I'm not going to say go Lightning, but yeah, it's the Lightning. How do you not take Tampa Bay at 15 cents? Watch Toronto win now. The minute I get off them.
At Leafs forever. Hashtag at Leafs forever.
Whatever. They're just this team's. I got to be honest with you.
It should be It should be at Leafs whenever.
Be a Leafs cardiac surgery. I don't know what to say, Brian. Like these guys are just like they get the way they played on that West Coast trip. Like, and now you're getting Tampa Bay at that price. It's almost too good to be true, right? We'll see. Anyway, pass. I'm not betting the Leafs. I'm done. Next game.
How about, I ain't going near it, but Pittsburgh $1.60 at Jersey, the total 6. The Devils are 6-2-2 in their last 10. The Devils are playing some hockey, man.
I know
they're about to go ahead of the Sabres in the ping pong ball war.
Yeah, no, I tell you, the New Jersey's, if I just bet on Devils games this year, I'd be rich.
But they did go by them.
Yeah, that's the thing. The Devils have been great to me. As for Pittsburgh, they've been playing better, but do you really trust them? It's actually 60 cents isn't the end of the world if you like the Penguins in this spot, but I don't know, Brian. What do you do with the total in this game? Do you have a vibe? It's 6.
It's 6. I'd lean over.
The Devils have been playing games more to the under, though.
Like I know, and Blackwood's been good.
Yeah, sorry, I can't take the over in this game. I'm not. Pittsburgh, though, they've been loose defensively. I have a lean to the Devils at that price, but not enough confidence. Pittsburgh's playing a little bit better. Pass. I think I do have an opinion on the next game, though.
I know what your opinion is. This one's easy. you're going to be, you're rooting for the team the color of your old hair. Listen, the Flyers. Wait, well, see, you're getting there, bud, because we both. I mean, my hair was orange. Then it went creamsicle, and now there's smatterings of orange. Yeah. You're rapidly approaching creamsicle territory.
Yeah, our friends at Betcris are great people. We should get another sponsor. We should talk to Mike for Just for Men. For me and Brian, your beard is weird. Your beard is weird. Your stash is trash. I agree.
But the problem is guys like you and me. I mean, all these slobs with black hair.
Oh, yeah, it's tough for them.
No, you get the Grecian formula and slather it on. You're looking at this guy like, the guy's got one foot in a grave and the other on a banana peel, and he's got jet black hair. You and I are sitting there going, well, we can't do that. We have to go to Sherwin-Williams to color our hair. Jeez.
No, it's a bad look for those old guys, too, with the jet black look. It's like, dude, we get it. Your hair's fake. We get it. Like, you painted on. Are you using product? Yeah, thanks. That's one good thing about being a Reddit, unless we're the last ones to go gray. But I don't know, Brian. Boston, Philadelphia, this game has got fun.
Philly! It's Philly!
I'm taking Philly. I love Philly.
Listen, Philadelphia.
Yep.
Let's just cut to the chase here. Philly is on a 9-game winning streak. And they are 25-5-4 at home.
Boston's coming off that loss. They're coming off that loss, though, Brian. It's a tough game, man. I like Philly, but
you're jumping in front of a train.
I don't like that. But I'm telling you, man, Boston losing to Boston.
That train's an express, not a local.
I mean,
it's Amtrak, man.
It's fast. Yeah, there you go. I'll tell you something, though. But Boston against Tampa Bay, there was a lot of anger and animosity in that game. They don't like Philly either. I'm just saying, don't step in front of Philly. I'm just saying, Boston, they're the type of team that can go into Philly and go, really, Philly? We're better than you and beat them. But you're right. I don't want to step in front of a moving train. Philadelphia.
No. This one's not for the faint of heart.
Over. This is the game.
Carolina's laying $2, total 6. All right, you like the over?
Yes.
Oh, well, it's Forsberg and Bernier.
No defense. Carolina, they got Pesci out for the whole year. Their defense is banged up. Detroit scoring goals all of a sudden. Carolina has none. I see an explosive game at 6. People are just assuming Detroit's all of a sudden scoring goals. You know what, Brian? I think this game goes over the 6. Give me the over. And Carolina's going to show up, but I'm not laying $2. No thanks.
All right. I'll root for that's a weird one. Detroit, Bernier, you got to give this guy full marks.
Oh, I will.
We know how bad they are. But they've won 2 in a row. Bernier's been really good.
It's surprising, Brian, because I've watched Bernier play a lot, in my day, and I always thought he was one of the worst goaltenders in the National Hockey League. I got to give him credit. Good on you, Bernier, because you've really, really played well in bad situation, and he deserves all the credit. You're right. I'm shocked how well he's playing, but I like Carolina in the over in this spot. Carolina can't screw around anymore. Give me the Canes.
Okay. Listen, Dallas is hosting the Rangers. Dallas is off the tracks. They've lost 5 in a row. Rangers are breathing, Cam. Highly motivated coming in here. Hey, I don't know if they're driving him to the game, but it looks like Shesterkin's going to play.
That's a bad move. Actually, Brian, let me tell you something what happened. When I was doing that show, we usually text or whatever. I was working till midnight on Saturday. You know what happened when Shesterkin played after the car accident? He let in 1 million goals. Remember that game? New Jersey? Yeah. New Jersey was all over the Rangers in that game. I would prefer Georgiev or Lundqvist. This is a team that still believes. Shesterkin had a car accident. He's not ready to come back. I love the Rangers as dogs, especially on the road. They've been money this year, but I'm very, very leery of this. You want to talk about and Dallas, I know their games are all under. I'd be surprised. I actually this is my sneaky over too. I think Dallas can get themselves right against Shesterkin and the Rangers that don't play any defense. Have you seen the Rangers' last scores? What was the Washington game? What was it, 11 total goals in that game? The New Jersey game. Craziness. They've been playing monster overs. Don't be surprised. I like Dallas in the over in this spot.
You're a brave man.
Hey, we got opinion. No, you're smarter than me. You're not betting these games, but I'm telling you.
No, but Dallas
has a problem.
But Dallas has been shut out in back-to-back games.
They've
scored 1 goal in 3 games.
Oh, I know.
What if Shesterkin takes the seatbelt off and plays?
I'm telling you, man. If you're unbelievable, Brian. I'm telling you, it's the Rangers are playing overs. Be careful. That if for people that like Dallas unders and they don't score that game, I have a feeling it's going over. That's just my take. I know some trends last and some are broken early, and I think that one is. Islanders and Canucks.
Is right. What do you? I mean, is this not one of the biggest stories going on right now? Is how horrific the Islanders have gotten?
Brian,
I mean, they're out.
Brian,
they're out.
When me and Lisa went to Vegas, I remember you betting an Islanders ticket. I talked to the guy at the book saying, I just bet the Islanders in the Eastern Conference. I said, maybe I should get in on this party. And when I got back, at a minute, they've gone from the hottest team in the NHL to the worst team. They've been
nightmare.
Horrible. I don't even know how bad. Like, it's sickening. In Vancouver, they're awful too. They've been playing horrible hockey. They can't get wins. What do you do in this game? Two desperate, bad hockey teams right now.
But the funny thing is, I mean, we're sitting here we're trying to bet all these games. But I mean, you look at this on Monday. Arizona, Winnipeg, monster game for the playoffs. Vegas, Edmonton, first place in the Pacific's on the line. Then you get the Tuesday, Toronto looking over their shoulder. Boston, Philly, monster game. Philly trying to win a division. Carolina can't stub their toe against Detroit. The Rangers, monster game for the Rangers. This one, the loser of this game's got a real problem. This Islanders Vancouver game, the loser has got a real problem.
Yeah, you're right. And the thing is, I'd probably take the Islanders in this spot just because I think, when push comes to shove, Barry Trotz can get these guys going. Ryan, in a game like this, I'm not going to say I have confidence in it, but the Islanders are the dog in this spot. And when you have this type of game, I'd actually prefer to take the road team. You and I have been down the road before. And what do? You start to grip that stick at home when you're playing bad things happen, especially when the other team scores. I have more confidence in the Islanders getting out of this funk, but it's hard. They've been really, really bad. I have a slight lean to them at plus 105 in this game, but it is a very difficult game. So we're going to have to think about this one before I put my foot down.
I'm not helping people very much on this one.
Well, see, that's why you got me on the show, because I bet more games than you. So it's good. You're more selective, and I'm more.
I love Monday's card. I like all the games on Monday's card. Or 4 of the 5. I have an opinion.
Tuesday's card's tough.
Tuesday, I like Tampa Bay. I know we still got Ottawa and Anaheim, but yeah. I like. To me, Tampa Bay catching Toronto coming home from the long road trip, and Philly, who's a beast at home, at a pick actually is a slight dog. Those are the only two. Ottawa, Anaheim. When we sing the praises of the Sens, they play hard. I'm looking. What are we looking at? Probably it's Gibson and who? Anderson's going to play. Gibson and Anderson.
You know what? Do you take Ottawa again? They beat San Jose as a dog. Like they're both teams are kind of playing with house money, right? Anaheim, do they really care? They've been playing a little bit better. Ottawa still, like, they beat San Jose. Like, nobody's counting these guys out. I'm saying this is probably a stay away game from, but you're getting Ottawa at plus 125. To me, any team can win. Would it surprise you if Anaheim won? No. Would it surprise you if Ottawa won? No. The total 6.
I got to lean to the over. I
have a lean to the over too. Actually, this game could be over because I think Ottawa is going to open it up in Anaheim. What's the rule again?
What it is?
Remember the rule when two bad teams get together?
It's pond hockey.
Yeah, you damn right.
It's pond hockey. Over. They're both eliminated. Right, last game's.
Look at Anaheim playing Minnesota. They're playing overs now. They're playing overs now. We got to jump.
Low scoring game of the Leafs, who were playing back-to-back nights,
and the Leafs. The Leafs were just
4-3 against the Avs, 6-2 against the Blackhawks. Yeah, I like the over.
Correct. Keep climbing, Brian. Yeah, now we're bringing out our mountain gear. We're climbing the mountain. 6.
But I will tell you, buddy. I think the Butcher. We sent him down to Atlantis for a couple of days.
Yeah,
I think the Butcher's on sabbatical.
Yeah,
Monday
the Butcher. Yeah, my doctor found out. He's like, "Wow, your sodium levels are through the roof." Yeah, it's like salty meats. No, we're taking a salad and a vinaigrette, Brian. It won't last long. Bye, Butcher. He's going to take a 1 or 2 day holiday, and we'll call him back when we want to go out for chicken wings and salty meats again. Yeah. Sorry, Butcher. The Butcher needs to go away for a couple days.
Butcher's on,
but he's back. The Butcher's in Anaheim for this game. We like the Butcher over at Ottawa, Anaheim.
Sprinkle some feta cheese on your salad.
Oh, yeah, I love feta cheese. Delicious. delicious. I love it all, Brian. You've seen me. I'd eat crap if it tasted good, probably. You know me. Full of George Costanza eating crullers out of the garbage can.
Now, is that actually, because it's amazing. I'm from Pennsylvania originally, and there's certain words and certain things you say a certain way.
Yep.
Now, I think you got it right. I think we called them crullers.
Yeah, I call them crullers.
You call them crullers.
They're cruel, right? They're packed with, they're fatty, delicious. Yeah, it's good. I got to go back to Vegas. That Dupar's place, man. They got the donut the size of my head there. That was my favorite breakfast, Brian. And the guy's like, "Would you like me to heat it up?" "Would you?" "Thanks, sir." Yeah, no, I'm a big fan.
Did you ever go to the place? What's the joint down on
some biker guy told me to go to some place called Eggs a lot. No, it's some like diner. He's like, every day I played cards with him. Like, it was like Groundhog Day. He's like, "Have you been to that breakfast joint yet?" I'm like, "No." Like, I'm here at the casino playing cards with you. Like, I don't care how good this breakfast is. We might go. I forget. He mentioned it every day, but anyway, I go.
Did you ever go to the place on Fremont Street, though, the Heart Attack joint?
Oh yeah, but I'm still under 300, so my meal's not free.
But the crazy thing is, it's like they celebrate when a guy has a heart attack.
I know. It's like
everybody get it.
I know. I don't like the heart attack grill. I don't like that concept at all. It's scary. Like, yeah, that's the thing. Guy has a heart attack. Like, yay! It's a free meal.
It's a marketing gold mine.
Yeah, it's horrible, Brian. That's what it is. Anyway,
so the butcher's on timeout.
Yeah, sorry, butcher.
Monday and Tuesday. A lot of sides. And we'll have some fun. More totals though. Wrap it up. We like that. Yeah, boy, I tell you, watch that game be 1-0.
It won't.
Colorado and L.A. The Kings are just playing crazy loosey-goosey.
I'm telling you, and their call-ups are good. Like, I'm telling you, I think I'm
fast.
The Kings, yes. Like, Colorado could be in big trouble tonight. They barely squeaked out a win. I told you, on the Monday card, I'm betting the Kings against Colorado.
You know who's playing like a lunatic? Is this Kempe.
Yeah, no, Kempe is one of the most, like, I watch that guy skate. I'm like, God, he's fast.
The rocket sled.
No, I didn't realize he was that good or that fast. Like, I knew he was decent, but I've been watching him recently too in that Leaf game. Man, that guy is like a rocket launcher. He is fast.
All right, let's put it to bed, man.
Yep.
Monday and Tuesday, it's the Hockey Betting Podcast. We'll reconvene Wednesday, and we'll do Wednesday, Thursday, and then we'll be back into it next week. I mean, a home stretch here, buddy. I mean, we are talking huge games.
Brian, I don't know what's going to happen the next few weeks in sports. They've got hockey wrapping up the regular season, playoffs, the Masters, NCAA tournament. Best time of the year, buddy, but we'll be all over it, friend.
Our listenership is growing, as they say. Thanks for listening, by the way.
Yes.
Cam Stewart, I'm Brian Blessing. There he is. Hey, folks, this is Brian Blessing. Hope you're enjoying the Hockey Betting Podcast. We have a couple chuckles, try to get you a lot of winners. Hey, we hope you like what you're hearing. And if you do, hit the subscribe button and give us a review, give us a rating. Most importantly, enjoy the hockey and keep coming back to the Hockey Betting Podcast.
The handicapping and sports odds information contained on this podcast is for entertainment purposes only. Please confirm the wagering regulations in your jurisdiction as they vary from state to state, province to province, and country to country. Using this information to contravene any law or statute is prohibited. The podcast is not associated with, nor is it endorsed by any professional or collegiate league, association, or team. This podcast does not target and is not intended for an audience under the age of 18. If you think that you have a gambling addiction, stop this podcast now and please seek help.
Gambling and betting on sports is a form of entertainment and should be about having a good time. But when done excessively, it may negatively affect other areas of a person's life, such as their physical and mental health, school or work performance, finances, and or interpersonal relationships. At BetCrisCanada.net and the Hockey Betting Podcast, we're concerned about the addiction that gambling may cause, and for this reason, we encourage everyone to practice responsible gambling, an approach to gambling that helps you ensure that it remains an enjoyable activity. Here are the main principles of responsible gambling. Don't think of gambling as a way to make money. Always gamble with money that you can afford to lose. Set limits and stick to them. Never chase losses. Don't gamble when you're depressed or upset, and create a healthy balance. Always be aware of how much time you spend gambling or thinking about gambling. And do not allow gambling to cause you to miss out on time with family and friends or time spent on other activities you enjoy. By following these guidelines, gambling can be a good time and great entertainment. If you feel at any time that your gambling is taking away from important areas of your life, is causing you stress or depression, or is leading to financial losses that are beyond your control, please reach out for help. Learn more at responsiblegambling.org.